Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
At the very first part, it seems like it's just going to be a show about Eric Benson.
Yeah, it's the Bond barrel.
No, dude, if you have this, you need to be using it more professionally. When it happens, I want to see.
How have we not done the?
Well, listen, I'm telling you, it's just we don't get the circle. Yeah. We're out here on the fucking fringes. We suffer 24/7.
I get it. It just happens in the periphery.
No, hold on. There's one thing I have to tell Kiko, and then we'll start the show. So the thing that bothers me is when I'm on the tweeter.
Are we talking about the toilet? Or
no, we're talking about AI.
Okay.
So I'm on the tweeter, and then somebody in the thread, somebody will just, in the same way that like you'd say like my dad is bigger than your dad, they will invoke an AI model like Perplexity or Grok to enter the conversation and answer questions or fact check.
Oh, sure.
Hey, you haven't seen this?
No, I don't use Twitter anymore because I'm a normal person.
That's right. No, that's what it's like. They will invite them
the AI to come settle the debate.
They will invite vampires into their home. Is what I'm saying. All right, now I'm done.
Yeah, that was not the second episode of Tabs on Tabs. That'll be a whole different thing.
No.
We would never ruin Tabs on Tabs.
No, absolutely. Now, we do have AI.
Oh, God, is our AI going to take over the tab business?
Well, no, they can't.
I feel like this.
Well, it could be. They've taken over like the stock market. It could be like the AIs are colluding with each other. But no, we've considered
the algorithmic tab trading.
We've considered that narratively, it would be interesting if Vicky Cardigan were the ancient holdout of a ChatGPT style bot. We have considered this as a situation. Oh, Lieutenant Fez, delicious. Thanks so much. High frequency tab trading.
Oh my God.
So here's what's up. I am Jerry. This is Eric. This is Kiko. We're all great friends ordinarily, but now we've been cast into a wicked crock pot that we call Black Remnant. What does that mean? Well, it means that with a heady, almost sorcerous, alchemical blend of the
concoction,
Mechwarrior, if you will, we are combining Mechwarrior Destiny and the Alpha Strike streamlined rule set.
That's not something that we have come up with.
No,
this
it's
is
built in. It's built in, so you can have this type of fun at home with your friends if you want to. You can play a multi-year roguelite campaign.
No homebrew involved.
No. All the brewing.
I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of brewing.
You have a little.
We might have added a couple unique twists to the setting, and occasionally gotten in trouble. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get there. But anyway, yes, this is Black Remnant. Obviously, welcome to what's left of the Calypso.
Not a lot. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It's been getting repaired.
Yeah. So
the nanobots are doing the job.
Exactly right. Now, hook me up with what happened last time. So
I think like Kiko.
You think Roshan Cole?
Roshan Cole needs to describe this because it was extraordinary.
So the day I actually went home and I sent Jerry the clip. I clipped it off of the Twitch stream.
No, it was Jace McGowan, right?
Yes.
It was actually the vampire.
Yeah. Serious vampire moves.
Yeah, so we had an exhibition match with some competitors from Nash
Industries. So you're able to wrap this up?
It was a first real combined arms situation for Roshan's future team in the arenas.
Right.
And Roshan's team won. But the exciting thing was at the end, there was a situation where there was a clean stone rhino from Nash Industries against a... Who's Jason?
Jace was in a griffin.
Was in a griffin that had one structure point left, and a
one structure point.
Yes, one structure point.
A point.
Yeah. And the
it wasn't Franz,
Nova.
wasn't it? Yeah, it was the supernova
with Lagrange that had just about all of his armor stripped off. And Jace doing what Jace does in the Griffin.
In the clutch.
Using that 18-inch jump to get Overwatch on the stone rhino and proceeded to, because of all the jumping and because of all the structure points removed from the griffin, there was a significant penalty to the target number that
Oh my
Jace had
gosh.
to hit.
No, it was astronomical. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was, he ended up rolling like,
12 12s.
he had, I think maybe 4 or 5 shots because it's the griffin.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a heavy hitter,
No.
but he rolled 4 pair of dice and he had to get 9 or higher. He hit all 4. One of them was boxcars,
Threes.
which was an insta crit,
Yeah, of course.
and he proceeded to then make the crit roll and rolled boxcars again. And took a clean stone rhino from full armor to nothing.
Dude, that is
Very exciting.
That is unbelievably cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially, Mr. McGowan has proved his worth.
I mean,
He's
doing
earned his
J shit.
reputation. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I like that. I like that he has that brand now, right?
The vampire brand?
Well, yeah, and I'm saying that we should
he's reinforcing the persona.
Yeah.
as a stone cold night killer.
Killer? Yeah.
Okay, so that's exquisite.
Yeah.
And so then was that basically where things?
So we ended off on the battlefield. Lagrange and Jace moved their mechs into position right up to where both Franz and Ball and Roshan had landed.
Yeah.
And they got out of their mechs, and everybody just kind of patted the kid on the back.
Yeah.
And Roshan, for the first time, had a sense of direction.
Yeah. Well, because this is essentially it's the field commander role, right? And this is
Not so much like in terms of rank, but because
Yeah.
or position.
but
in
it was
a
up to,
hierarchy.
but it was up to him.
No, just competing
Yeah.
in the arenas with that sort of flourish.
Yeah. Oh, I see. He was able to understand the dance, the performance of it, which has been elusive, right?
It's a direction as to what he's supposed to do. This is what he's supposed to
Yeah.
be
You have
doing.
to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and with this crew and with that bout, everything is getting locked in for Roshan.
Yeah. Right. And so we need a couple points in this. We need a couple points in this elevation to actually see the arc, right? Man, that sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
I had seen the roll obviously when you showed it to me, and I was like, that is ridiculous.
It was perfect.
But the
It
idea
was.
that it just ended up like just popping the
Oh, we figured out why this guy's important.
this
The hunchback.
The Hunchback, its stat line is not so great, but
on paper.
No.
Tank has it over here. Overheat 4.
Whoa! Yeah, pulled that one out, and it was delightful.
Oh my gosh.
So I was down. I mean, what
You
was
had
it?
nothing
Two
left.
2 points
Yeah,
left,
2
maybe.
points of
And I'm like,
structure or
okay, we're going for broke, and we're adding 4 extra heat because it's going to shut me down anyways. I'm going to be dead next
Yeah.
round. Let's just go for it. And it was eight shots.
Yeah.
To the face.
It just melts. It just becomes it's like a candle afterward. It just melts down to the ground.
Exactly.
Oh. Overheat 4 is wild.
I just remember Eric looking at the card. He's like, everyone
is
says the
this-
Hunchback is super good. I don't see it. Like, oh,
Well, it's like a haymaker, essentially, right?
But even taking it like if you want to get a laser sight on something, you don't have to shut it down. You can just take 3 heat, get 7 shots off, especially if you're in a close range or something, right? Because it has a 9 jump or an 8 jump, so you can do a lot of groundwork.
It's a can opener, essentially, right?
and then just not attack for a round and get out of dodge, right? You're literally like
you're there
you're
to punch,
Yeah.
and then hide.
yeah.
Well, and then shut it off, and just let it cool down.
Right.
Just let steam come out of these vents.
I don't know. It was very, like Kiko said, it was an aha moment.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we've been playing for a long time, but it's like, and I know I've looked at the Hunchback card before. I've never seen a 4
Yeah.
in that. I've just never seen a 4 in that space, so I'm not looking for a 4 in that space.
Yeah.
And also I'm always worried about overheating generally, but you do it at the right time.
Right, and the thing is, you don't have to overheat. You can crank the dial up, and then just spin it back turn by turn, right? Like
Exactly.
Not attack the next turn, and then crank it back
get
up.
and that's what it wants to do, is get into position to put it all out there, to put it all on the field.
Yeah, mechs on mechs, everyone.
Yeah, mechs on mechs, exactly, exactly. Well, okay, so, and then this is happening, that moment is happening just as all of the new tabs have sold out.
Yes, completely sold out.
They have completely sold out. The high end, the golden tabs. So
how does
controversial.
what is the method in which people acquire tabs? Because it used to be it was attached to some other item.
Food products.
A food product.
Well, yeah, exactly. But we are seeking a
He's going,
higher.
he's
going
going
direct
direct to customer consumer.
It's a 360 deal.
Yeah, it's a 360. Now, but that's basically what's happening, right? Is, there is what this is. This is like this is Hasbro shit. If you will endure it
Doing
for
booster
a moment.
packs now?
Well, no. I mean, obviously the booster pack is a great idea, and Stavrin will take that. But but no, it's like there's this point at which Hasbro was like, wait a second. No, 50-year-old men want a really nice Optimus Prime. Like really nice.
Yeah.
And then people are making them and they're dancing and you can control it with an app. I'm saying that like once they figured out, no, we're not. There's actually a totally different market. This is going to come to be known as the Stavrin heresy. Because
You're going against the La Tabu Nostra?
well, exactly. I'm
La Tabu
saying
Nostra?
in these other contexts, it's sort of like disposable fun, it's a value add, whatever. It has a community, but
It has a secondary market.
Exactly, but you can't. It's like Stavrin realized at this one that this can't be something that you pull off of a thing of grease and fries. These have to stay mint.
Yeah.
So again, that's the Stavrin heresy. That's that and the golden tabs.
The golden tabs are great.
So those two things together, where it's market segmentation ultimately. You turned me into this. I didn't make up tabs.
I
didn't make up
sorry
tabs.
I unleashed this
You unleashed the
monstrosity amongst the spheres. Yeah.
You unleashed the beast.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
But also, Stavrin, you notice, because you were in the seating
In the
area
stands,
in the stands for the match, you remember that all of the mech jocks from the cabin went to the bottom row and lined
were
up,
right up,
standing
shoulder
shoulder to shoulder,
right?
watching the final bout here. And then once everything was done and you saw that Lagrange and Jace move their mechs into position next to Roshan, you see all of the mech jocks almost in step do a right face and walk out
weird.
of
Well,
the
yeah.
stands, and you
a
start
lot of
to
them are
see-
going to be ex-military for sure.
Yeah, you start to see them walk down. They're walking down onto the battlefield towards the mechs.
Do I feel unsafe?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna perch myself at the edge where they were, and try to get a sense of what their ritual is. It seems like they're about to undertake something. I don't know if this is the goodbye from Bergton or
hello.
or what. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I would be happy to. Well, yeah. Now I don't know what they're going to be doing. It seems cool at first, but I am going to just follow them down. And now that I have nothing to hold on to,
Yeah, you've sold everything else.
it's all just empty boxes and tab shrapnel spread out up here. So yeah, if I go down, what are they putting together? Pitchforks.
Yeah.
More importantly, what was the take?
Yeah, it's whatever number of tabs. Yeah, whatever number of tabs we had multiplied by the amount of money that they each go for.
You're talking market cap?
Yeah, exactly.
You did have. I think you were able to get 1,000 tabs done.
Yeah, it was a small.
It was a small order.
Yeah, it was
small run.
It was a test, right? Between that and the golden tabs, it was a test.
So whatever you wanted to set those tabs at.
1 million C-bills
Yeah,
per tab.
per tab.
Yeah.
And then golden tabs. Let's see. I mean, the tab sets. It's probably. I had a number. I mean, when we were talking about it before.
Did we?
Yeah. Again, it was like more than one tab. It was like 15 for 3 or something like.
You were doing a deal.
Yeah.
I feel like that's appropriate.
I was trying to hook these kids young. I wanted to get them into the tab ecosystem early.
It's like cigarettes or something. I mean, yeah.
And I did so.
Good Lord.
But more addictive somehow.
Well, they open up and they blow up.
No, exactly. And then the golden tabs were actually randomly distributed in there.
Yeah.
So this was just the launch because again, as we described during the podcast, we established that Solaris, for whatever reason, has just been it's been notoriously resistant to tabs. And so, but this is the opportunity to get in there.
And you remember you were approached.
Yes.
About
I was
selling
approached on the street.
On the street about getting a hold of golden tabs.
Yeah.
So the word is getting out.
About selling them direct. So this is, I mean, literally, like I say, usually we sell these things at $1 million at a time. Or usually we are buying things for several million C-bills at once. I literally think we're talking, if it's $15 for 3, then I guess there's just one separate one. There's one left that I get to keep.
You made roughly 1,500 C-bills.
Yeah. But it's like I can see those zeros expanding out into the future because they've already made offers. I mean, these tab psychopaths have already made offers about, essentially going in there as my agent and then splitting the money off of the high-end consumer.
You paid $1,000 for 500 gold tabs from Cristobal, and you only come back home with 1,500.
Well, it's the marketing. You don't understand. Like, it's like, listen, generally speaking, the first one is always free. Like, it's not even free. Like in this one, it's like the first one actually costs money. So I'm already ahead of the competition for other hard drugs. So, I mean, we're moving in the right direction for sure.
Yeah. So, Roshan, you see all of the jocks that you have met at the cabin all coming towards your
With
mech.
Roshan's knowledge of the arenas and, the competitors, is this something that Roshan would be familiar with? The ritual?
Actually, give me any kind of test that you deem would...
He's got some cool skills
What,
that might...
what would you like to use? What skill would you like to
Probably
use?
famous mech warriors.
You could use famous mech jock.
Yeah.
You could use history or any
Legendary
kind of knowledge.
mech warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
+3. That is a 10.
Okay, that's a 14.
Blech.
You do not know
Okay, because it's Bergton.
why they're
Yeah.
approaching you in this manner.
In this swamp.
If you want to give me a reflex check
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would spin up the PPCs.
or a will.
I'd split. We don't know what these guys
The
are.
asp is in pieces.
Yeah. There's not a lot to spin
It's like
up.
a set of stilts. You're just standing on the 2 legs.
That's another 10.
Okay, you can't discern their body language at all.
Okay.
They are just approaching. They're not approaching fast. They're just walking
Okay.
down in unison together.
So I rolled a 10.
Oh, you rolled a 10. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought
Okay.
you rolled
Yeah.
a 5. My bad.
I rolled a 5, but I have a 5 reflex.
Okay, so you can. They are in. Their posture seems friendly and almost
Okay,
cordial.
so there's no
Relaxed.
There's nothing.
Easy
Okay,
target.
relax.
That's what I'm hearing.
It feels like the cabin. It feels like everybody's back
Okay.
at the cabin.
So with that said, Roshan just asks,
The asps.
Jace, Roshan is looking at the group coming towards them and turns to Jace and asks, what's happening?
Don't worry, just wait.
Should I be doing something?
No.
Yeah, assume a martial posture.
Yeah.
Okay. So Roshan, I guess, waits for them to
So
arrive.
you see, they all kind of pull up in a single file line, but it then breaks out and they disperse in an X, each one crossing each other till they form a V around your asp.
or what's left of the asp.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Around the feet.
Yeah.
essentially the torso
Yeah,
of the asp.
exactly. Okay.
And then you see smoke, a light breeze of smoke walking from behind, coming to the forefront, and you see Chamber Boggs with a cigar in his mouth, much like you'd see Burnout, but he has a torch in his hand.
I'm behind them. My pace has now slowed down. I mean, I don't know if it's like a Valhalla situation
Or it's like the inner sphere Gideons. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I have
The Masons.
I have
what's happening.
I have questions. But there's no way you don't get out of this without a tattoo. I think that a tattoo is about to happen, and soon.
Roshan looks perplexed at Chamber. Is there any response from him?
No, he just has a smile on his face with
Okay.
a flame,
With a
settling
burning
torch.
brand.
Yeah.
Wait to see what happens, I guess.
Okay. You know, you see one of the mech jocks from the cabin that you know you've just from knowledge and being around the cabin. Xavier Skids. He takes a piece of metal and puts it up to the torch
Oh, he's
that Chamber is holding, and it's getting really, really red. And then he starts to walk towards you with this flaming metal poker. And
so now I'm running. Now I'm just like, oh no, God, they are doing it.
Roshan steps back.
I thought I made that up.
okay, as you step back, you do know you can see very clearly in bright, glowing orange red, an X and an S on the end of this piece of metal.
Okay.
But Xavier walks past you.
Right.
I'm glad to hear it. That's great. That's great
Are
news.
you doing anything as he's walking past?
Yeah, I'm running up. Like it's like before I had like sort of like slowed my pace a little bit, and I was moving up. I'm like, oh, that's probably fine. And then I see the hot metal.
Make me a strength check.
Ooh,
Xavier's not very strong.
no, Xavier sucks. So, you know what? I even have athletics.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
well, here, how about 14?
Okay, so as you're running up, you break through the flying V.
Yeah.
But as you're doing that, two of the jocks just try to hold you
Oh,
back on your shoulder.
It's Red Rover.
Yeah.
It's the Inner Sphere's Red Rover.
But you're able to
yeah.
shuffle it off and get through them,
Okay,
oddly enough.
Well, no, and then I'm just saying that like once he turns away with his hot metal, I like that. I mean that's an improvement.
But he does go over, and it's the smell that hits you first. But you see him brand the bottom, one of the talons of the asp with his brand.
XS? Man, I hope this isn't a problematic issue. You know what I mean? I hope XS. We're going the right direction here. Like the brand is strong. I don't want him coming out and being, listen, we're part of an ancient martial order. Let me tell you about this one. Yeah, some people say it's bad.
And Xavier Skids walks over, and he just kind of rubs you on the head. He's like, never forget where you came from, kid. And he walks away. And then another one of the jocks steps up. And this is Marco Fandango.
I can hear him.
All right.
And Marco goes up to Chamber, and Chamber lights his brand
Okay.
on fire. And he walks over to you, points it at you, and it just says MF in capitals and then ER.
Oh, so they each have their own little.
Yeah.
They each have their own little mark they want to put it. It's like getting jumped into a gang or something.
I guess so.
But at the mech level.
This is happening, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he brands you the asp as well. And he comes over, he does the same thing, rubs your head. He says, "You're one of us now, kid."
This is very sweet. I thought for sure that there was going to be some intense heat. I mean, I guess it could still happen.
Could be. Another one comes up. Another jock steps up, and this is Jessica Fawn. And she does the same thing. And you see her brand, and it's a set of antlers with a bullet shell resting on top of it. And she's like, "We'll be rooting for you." And
This is actually pretty baller. This brings me joy.
a last one, one of the final ones to come up and do this. You see his, it's fin tack, and it's just a shark's dorsal fin.
Nice.
And he brands that onto the asp. And now your asp has all of the brands of every jock that inhabits the cabin on it.
There it is.
And Finn says, we'll see you back at the cabin to raise one up after this.
There's no. Rashawn has a flat affect on his face.
Yeah.
But there is like one tear. It's coming out.
Yeah.
Of
I
the
mean,
right eye.
Well, just compare. Compare to the last time you were down in this muck, right? I mean, this is the good and proper. This is the good and proper arc here, and so it's like it's just. I mean, you wouldn't even see these from a distance.
From a distance, you'd have to be right up on top of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the set, like it's that big.
Yeah, exactly. It's
right?
still gonna be in. And it's going to have its, digi camo and all that kind of stuff. And you wouldn't be able to see it, but you'll know it's there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's somewhat burnt. It's burnt in and a little bit indented into the armor, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. It will always be there
Yeah, and I'm just like.
until it gets blown off or something.
Well, yeah.
Until that armor piece gets replaced almost immediately.
Until you lose all the white dots. Yeah. So cool ritual.
Yeah.
But we've played this game before. Well, yeah. I mean, for me, I'm just delighted. Like, oh, here, I got it. Hang on a second. I got all my names on here. I'm ready to go. Oh, here, yeah, go for it.
This is like a magic. What trumps which? Like on the
you
stack?
didn't even have to pay for one you had.
No, I got a freebie. Go for it.
After the mech jocks that were in the stands finish their brands, Franklin Lagrange, Ball, and Jace, and what's the guy's name?
Franz Timber.
Yes.
Oh, do they have brands too?
They have brands as well, and they are the last to mark the blood asp.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's pretty. Here's mine. Are you ready? The room is dark, save for the flickering of a hollow, and Dirk Jester is seated in his. Dirk Jester is seated in his palatial home theater.
No, penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And
And you can just see. Oh yeah, the initial shot has to be outside the building, and you just see that flickering, almost like a campfire, and he is, his mouth is pursed. He's just holding a scotch by the top of the glass.
The glass cracks.
His hand is off the edge, and just sort of like from off camera, a woman puts her hand on his and says, "Dirk, why are you watching this?" And then she reaches over to grab the remote and turn it off, and he strikes the remote. And it flies off into the corner of the room. Okay, that's all. This is the Dirk Jester. That's what, just in case everybody forgot that he was bad. He's still bad.
Still bad.
He hasn't gotten any better in the interim.
He abuses remote controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah.
Think about
Think
that.
about that, AI overlords.
Yeah, deal with that. But anyway, I breathe a sigh of relief. They're all just putting hot metal on a destroyed chassis. This is much better than I expected. I was like, as soon as I saw that first one, I'm like, is he gonna have to get branded 60 times? There's not gonna be
He's just
anything
one
left.
giant
There's
tattoo.
not gonna be anything left.
It's gonna be one giant scar.
Scar.
Yeah, end to end, it's gonna look like a fucking toxic Avenger. We don't want this. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. But now I see this. I see all this happening, and I'm like, well, obviously there has to be a Bergton brand tab. We're just going into the lore, right? Because if they already have these brands, this isn't the first time they've done it. I don't think they all just went and picked up brands yesterday. Like, I think they have had these for a while. That's my guess, right? But no, I'm glad to see that. But I mean, and I see obviously there's...
Does Bergton get 50% as well?
Nope. Absolutely not.
You're not going to try and revitalize the city? Come on.
No.
Wow. Real
I'd be happy.
altruistic
Listen,
of you.
I would be happy to work with if they're doing something for the tourism board. There's something I'd be happy to initiate a campaign of some kind. But CBOs are going to change hands. Okay, they're going to change. They're specifically going to change from their hands into my hands. Put it in here.
Rob the poor town even more.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, listen. This is where Rashawn Cole got his start. They're going to be okay. There's going to be a statue of this kid in the fucking foyer.
This is like the One Piece statue or whatever it is. Yeah, in Japan. Yeah, right.
No.
They're gonna put a brass statue of Rashawn Cole in the center of town, and people are gonna travel from all across the
it's going to be
sphere.
so sweet because he's going to be known. Like they're going to have to start coming up with euphemized names for Rashawn Cole, right?
Listen, should already be in talks with Avery's.
Yeah, exactly.
The Rashawn Cole suite.
The Rashawn Cole suite. No, God, dude, that would be the best. They redo the Dirk Jester suite.
You can do that. It's gonna cost you a chip.
They should redo the Dirk Jester's. He will shit his pants. He will shit his pants. Oh my God. We should come back. We should visit Bergton again, and that's when we'll do it. Right now,
Yes, it's
Jester-
still fresh.
I'm saying
still
it's part,
too new.
it's part of the arc, but I do have an idea for the statue. because people are going to
What if
realize.
it's a fountain and he's just like
Kissing
water or
Well,
something, you know.
Yeah, that's again. He's naked.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
eating lobster.
Yeah,
eating lobster.
He's got a lobster in each hand.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's got their story. Everybody local is going to have their Rashawn Cole story, but no, it definitely has to be this is the one that I'm picturing. It's like because eventually they're going to figure it out. Of course, Chamber Boggs is going to be, he's going to be telling all of his old stories and be like, hey, this wasn't the first time Rashawn Cole, fought here on Solaris. It's like now he's popping off over here. He's about to graduate, essentially. But it's like, he used to do this, but he was younger then, much younger. And so the statue is going to be him as a little boy, and he's going to be holding a blood asp's hand.
Jesus.
Blood ass don't have hands.
It's just a cannon.
No, it's just a gun. He's just going to be holding it. He doesn't have a hand in the classic sense. He's going to be getting a grip on that advanced weaponry, for sure. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I like it.
Me and
or a
my-
piggyback ride.
Oh yeah, the piggyback ride that's.
And he's got a little, he's pumping his fist in the air. Yeah.
I still think the lobster is there. One lobster.
No. Eventually, it's like nobody's even going to know about the lobsters, but they're going to see the lobster bib that is part of the statue, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I get it." It's like you don't want to make it too. They don't want to make it too
obvious.
explicit. Yeah, it's like let's trust the viewer, right? At the end of the day. All right. I'm done. Now I'm done. We're going to do any more stuff. We'll come back. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out the. We have to figure out the logistics aspect of this. Typically, we would have just taken the Calypso, but the Calypso is some kind of bodega or something now. Yeah, you know, it's got a new lease on life. We're still, I think we're still earning. We're still earning money.
Well, and Chamber goes up to all of you and says, "Okay, well, let's go back to the cabin and have a drink and celebrate, and with the rest of everyone, and we can figure out what you need there."
Yeah. Next steps. I mean, there could be a lot of walking. I mean, we'll find out.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Roshan, are you doing anything on the way back to the cabin?
No, Roshan's just sort of in his head about everything that just happened. So he's very quiet as he's following Stavrin back to the cabin. Just very trying to extend that moment for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know what I'm trying to figure out if I need to be in a. Well, right now, since it's all people from the cabin, they're all people that we know. They've just been part of this ritual. We'll probably be okay. If it seems like he's actually trying to experience it, then I'm not gonna try to protect his energy. You know what I mean?
Let Roshan take the W.
No, exactly. I was like, do I need to be stiff arming these people? Yeah, juke out of the way, trip them up. But yeah, I mean, we're heading right back in there. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna start. This is a new. We're obviously turning over a new leaf as Stavrin.
You say that every session.
Yeah. That's
It's a lot of leaves. It's a big tree. It's a big tree.
Specifically in this circumstance, a bay leaf, because Stavrin has determined that if he drinks the reactor core first, that sets him up for a night of drinking, and then he hits it with another reactor core at the end. That's the containment protocol. This is what he has come to describe as the most powerful drinking method ever devised, and it served him well. Just lore-wise,
Stavrin is an alcoholic.
Lore-wise, a reactor core is a medicinal beverage to be had the morning after, but this is where Stavrin's innovation comes into play. It involves 3 raw eggs, Worcestershire sauce, sliced jalapeno, coffee, and a bay leaf. It doesn't work if you don't put the bay leaf in. It doesn't work. This is because sometimes people will be like, "Well, it doesn't have enough time to soak," and he's like, "Look, I'm not paying you for, to be a fucking consultant.
Drink your drink."
Yeah, 1 reactor core, please. But yeah. So I'm going to start out, mix that up real good.
Back at the cabin?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm ready to.
Yeah.
I'm ready to unfurl.
Yeah. Just okay.
My freak flag at this thing. It's time to win. It's
Fair
time.
enough.
It's time to accept the mantle of destiny. On behalf of
Roshan? Yeah.
Listen, I knew an important person. That get me anywhere? That get me 10% off?
So you make it to the cabin, the door slides open, the random bell rings even though it doesn't need to as you walk in. And Chambers has beaten you there. He's got
He's already holding court.
There's nobody else there.
What?
except for Jed at the bar.
Oh,
But there's nobody in the cabin except for Chamber.
oh. But that's odd. Sort of funereal scene. I go over to Jed and I say, look, I'm looking for the initial salvo in the containment protocol.
Is it Jet or Jet?
Jed.
Jed.
Joan Jed.
You want the what?
Yeah, you know, like I need the first reactor core because then later I'm going to have another one, and then they're going to sort of keep the rest of the alcohol in line.
The hell's a reactor core?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's 3 raw eggs,
Right.
Worcestershire sauce.
Hoocha?
It's a type of sauce.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
Jalapeno,
That sounds fun.
coffee.
What?
Yeah. Chicory's fine. The most important thing is that there has to be a bay leaf.
Well, who has bay leaves these days? I mean, you know how much they are? to
Reputable
import?
establishments.
And you just hear him fuddling behind.
Yeah. Actually, listen. See, this is why I have to bring my own bay leaves to these places.
Yeah. Roll me a charisma check.
Of course I've got my... Charisma? Is this a negotiation type thing?
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11.
What do you? He has one. What do you do to get it out of it? Like you
Bailey?
see him fumbling around and kind of pulling things out of shelves and putting them back, like he's trying.
Like some mad alchemist?
You have seen him. You've seen one pop out of
yeah.
one of the boxes, but he put it quickly back in.
No, I said, no, that's it. That's the, yeah.
No, it wasn't. That was not.
No, it was. It's redolent. I can smell it from here. It's already taming the alcohol I'm about to drink.
This is the only one I got.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I understand. I'm just saying, I mean, I also have some.
Oh, okay. I would like to sell these drinks if they actually work. 2, I would purchase some of these Baileys off of you.
Well, listen, and I understand why you would want to do that. This is the most powerful alcohol mediation technology known to the inner sphere. This is the containment protocol.
I mean, that's what we'll see the results.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, you watch me. If all of this stuff that I put in here ends up coming back out, it didn't work.
Okay,
Right?
we got a deal.
Yeah.
And he crafts up the core reactor for
In
you.
there. It's got some A1.
Yeah,
or whatever.
he sams it, slides it across the board,
Yeah.
the bar, comes down to you, and
Yeah.
you have a reactor core right in front of you.
I begin the process because there's going to be a significant middle portion here. Now, so I will take this medicinal beverage, this tonic, over to Chamber Boggs. I'm going to say, is this part of the ritual?
Well, while you were doing that, Lagrange, Franz, and Ball have all
local
come.
team.
They've all come and sat down with Roshan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna stand in the as a watchful agent, just a little bit outside the circle, so I can get the full picture.
And as you said those words, Chamber actually looks over at Roshan, and he says, "This is the last lesson they wanted to teach you. Every one of those mech jocks will have your back. But at the end of the day, you're alone, only with your squad."
Roshan nods quietly.
And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm also here, and then, I'm just mumbling, I'm just muttering it back.
You're ruining it
but you're at
all,
the bar, so
Stavron.
you're mumbling at an increased volume so that everyone can hear.
Yeah, it's just sort of bounce. It's just sort of it's just bouncing off of the.
No,
of the
you're deliberately mumbling loudly.
Yeah, when obviously, ZZ is there. ZZ, Burnout.
Who we haven't seen for
a
week.
Oh yeah, listen, he's there's a reason. And then obviously Stavron Otho. I mean, commander of the the Black Remnant. It's a successor chapter to a fine. You know what I'm talking about. It's like I've somehow managed to get drunk off of my tonic.
Off of 3 eggs and Worcestershire sauce.
Don't forget the bay leaf.
Yeah.
It's all in there. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I this is an important bonding thing. I mean, he needs to have this. I zip my lip after I said my piece.
After you fucking rambled on.
Later. Lips got zipped later.
And everyone looks at you, Roshan, and they're just like, anything else you need to know, kid?
Roshan,
Anything you want to say?
Roshan, being Roshan, completely doesn't read the occasion. He doesn't.
Does he say something normal that he would have said under any other circumstance?
Yes, and he doesn't understand that
The gravity?
the gravity of the situation and what the moment is.
Yeah.
He immediately starts into Jace, giving the calculations of the ranges and the
And the optimal optimal ranges?
no of the last shot that he took.
Oh, just the percentages?
And the percentages and the calculations involved with what was necessary for that
to occur.
to occur, and just excitedly asks Jace, how did you do it?
Oh, and he easily explains it to you. He's actually excited to explain it to you, and he goes
Yeah,
into
we've never
detail.
actually gone super in. Like I love the vampire lore. I think is a must. It has to be retained, and certainly there should be some aspect of that in terms of like his battle mech, right? And also his role on the team. But we haven't really gone into his personality too much. Like I'm just saying this is a cool opportunity.
No, I'm excited to flesh out all these characters throughout as we progress.
No, exactly. So I'm saying that like we've got chips and we've got coins. Like what do we want him to be like if you have called it out? Like because he is quiet. He is easily the quietest one out of this group.
Right, but he has always jumped in to rescue Roshan. He's
back-
always
to
backed
back
Roshan.
But
Was a younger Jace McGowan more like a Roshan?
right, and like we don't want Jace to be too similar to Bull with the low affect and not really a talker.
No. No, but
yeah.
about his I think that he can go into that at length. I think he can go into this. He can go into this shot at length.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about himself, but he is eager to talk about.
He will talk
The
strategy. He
mechanics
will talk
of-
strategy and tactics
Yeah.
to you for hours
Okay.
upon hours,
Yeah.
and you can tell that is what shows in the way he pilots his mech.
Yeah. He is. So he is essentially he's essentially the lieutenant. Like in this group, he is that loyal axeman.
Absolutely. And he will just say anytime you have questions. I'm sorry. Anytime you have questions. You need to know anything. You want a strategy. I'm here for you.
And it's
I never had that.
like,
I had to learn everything myself.
like this is it's almost as if Roshan is more excited about this interaction than anything else that happened today.
Yeah, like even that
He's
even
never
that
had-
victory.
he's
Even
never-
that victory. Well, you know what it is? It's a peer.
No one has ever
Yeah.
like Roshan has always been considered a weirdo for wanting to talk about this stuff.
Oh, yeah. But and they all can. But I think that the
Right.
difference is that Jace.
He's giving you the same data back to you
Yeah.
in this manner you would actually repeat it to somebody else.
Yeah. It's Benaric, right? It's like when the two of you start talking, then it just goes. It's like hearing the modem. It's like, and then the conversation is just.
We're just both in our little alcoves in the Borg cube, communicating.
Well, no, and it's like, and it gets past Chamber Boggs fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts out like really listening.
Yeah.
And like Chamber Boggs has been here a while, and he knows shit.
And then Chamber actually, Stavron, hey, come here.
Hey,
Come here.
hey, Angela. Yeah,
Grab a
That's
seat.
for the old people. So I, yeah. So I mean, I'll pull around back.
And then you hear this static noise
Yeah.
coming out of these two
Yeah.
as you sit down next to Chamber.
Well, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, my guess is that, eventually, obviously, it has to be repaired. Everything has to be set up in working order. But my guess is, just like the cockpit of the, of the battle mech, that there's going to be certain quirky things, certain ways that Jace wants it to work, that are not necessarily. They're just what feels right to him, and I think that would be something very interesting for Roshan.
But also, the way Jace is, the way you are mumbling to each other, he is not looking down on you. It is literally straight across the board. Like he is giving you all the info in the same manner he would tell any other mech jock that he would talk to.
Is this also new for Jace?
Yeah, I think Jace is used to people not getting it. I think that he has tried to have this conversation a few times. I think that a lot of dates have ended poorly.
Yeah, he does. It doesn't.
You know what I mean? I think that he's moved into this room early on, thinking. Finally,
it's just another drone at the end of the night.
At the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Jace gets what he needs.
Yeah. Exactly, but essentially, he never is able to get matched up with somebody who's at the same baud rate.
So during,
It's such a good. Were they the binaries on Star Trek: Next Generation? The two.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the binars.
Binars. That's it. That's it. That's where it is.
It's a very fun game. I think Mechwarrior Destiny is a very
So
good game.
through the chatter, through the static,
Yeah.
Roshan asked very pointedly to Jace, whether he should be leading the squad.
And he says, "Listen, kid, I don't need to lead anymore. You can learn, and you only learn by leading."
Oh no, and here's what else I think you should say. You ready? I think he should say, "I want their eyes on you."
I want their eyes on you.
He wants to pop out
I'll pop out
and show them,
and show them.
right? I think that's what he likes. I think that a true leadership role isn't actually what he wants, and it's not where he would be most effective. He wants to strike essentially
Jace
from the
is the shadows in all avenues.
We were both shadow pilled. Yeah, Jace McGowan, shadow pilled.
Shadow pilled.
That being said, I think it's time to get the kid and these guys, get them up to Zalara. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the next rung.
The next part of the arc.
That's the next rung on the ladder.
Listen, I'll do as much press for them there. I can't meet you there right away. I will get there eventually. I got some things I got to take care of and handle, but we get them there. We get them situated. We get them in the games. There's 2 arenas there.
Oh.
All right, there's 2 arenas.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunity.
Tell me about these arenas. We got like a moat or something? Like what?
No, God,
Crocodiles?
it's not a moat. Jeez. One is called the King of the Mountain. And this is both brutal and fun to watch all at the same time.
Interesting. Okay. Is it a true hill?
Yes. And all I'm saying is you got jocks on one side, jocks on the other, and here you are stuck in the middle with Roshan. No, you're basically, it's King of the Hill, but a mountain.
Dude, I want to, yeah. I know exactly how we would build it too,
I know.
right?
And then there's the gardens,
Okay.
which are a more traditional arena, but wildly open, not a lot of terrain features to hide behind, just mostly forestry. So it's pretty deadly, pretty quick.
Yeah.
All I'm
just thinking
saying.
about sight lines.
Yeah.
It's very Hunger Games.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna get special treats. We should do special treats.
What, like bringing orange slices?
Yeah, I mean, we could get
Capri
candy
Suns?
ones.
Optimally, yes.
Capri Suns, that's for all the old coots.
Zennials?
Just like
Yeah,
us at the
exactly.
table.
Yeah. And back when you could get them in a bag.
Bag, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
my Capri Suns bagged. Silver
Yeah.
bagged.
Those don't biodegrade.
No,
Yeah.
they're still out there.
Yeah.
You can find them.
I
You can
want the
find them.
microplastics in my brain.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So yeah, so we've got these two, and Michael, what's the system? You're saying you can plug us into that. You're saying you can get us plugged into that network, but
Well-
what are we talking about in terms of these things? Like, do you have to do gardens first? Like,
No,
do
no,
we have
no,
some
no, it's just-
satanic ritual we have to undergo.
No, there's no ritual. What do you do? I mean, what the hell?
Listen, I'm ready for anything.
All you got to do is you get there, you get the kid a license because he doesn't have a license for that city.
Right.
Right. And then you just listen. I mean, do you want to make money off this or not? I mean, you figure out which battle's going to be the best when and what the odds are, and hopefully they're in your favor.
Yeah.
Place some bets and call it a day.
Yeah, and so
But
Yeah.
make the call if you know. Here's the thing: do you want to make money? Do you want to raise the brand name of the kid? Right.
okay, I'm with you so far.
So if you want to make money, just play the odds. If you want to raise the brand name of the kid, play the jocks, right? Figure out who's setting up matches, who wants to be in matches, and what's going to let that kid climb the ladder.
Exactly.
I'll be there eventually to help you do this, but I mean,
So
you should start learning this on your own too.
you know what would be a really horrible character arc for Stavron? Getting into gambling on the rest of the games.
He's the Pete Rose of this whole
Getting into
sphere.
gambling on the rest of the games.
You're betting on your own. Oh, you've already done that. Never
Yeah, I
mind.
mean, I bet on my own thing for sure. I'm saying no when he's like,
he's-
I could make a lot more money.
You're going to become a bookie?
No, he's gonna start. He's gonna start
opposite.
betting on other arena
yeah.
matches.
Oh,
The
yeah.
opposite of a
He just becomes a gambling addict. Is basically what he's saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, that too.
Well, listen, and there's a reason for that. Is that you make good money reliably.
This
if
is
there's
how-
one thing I know about gambling,
Oh God, this is how the tabs fall. The tab nostra comes out, starts breaking
oh,
knuckles.
they start breaking kneecaps.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that all makes sense to me. I'm like, well, listen, I mean, my major issue right now is the way that I would get to Zalara.
What do you mean the way you'd get to
Has
Zalara?
a really large hole in the side of it.
Just throwing it out there for now.
Spend 2 chips, Calypso's fixed.
A rival tabs organization
Oh,
already
yeah.
exists on Solara.
Well, I was just going to say, well, because, hold on.
Organization.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So before we had sort of created in the lore that you know, there is an issue, like tabs for whatever reason they've never really popped off here. And I think that what we should do is we should suggest that it's because of a very specific reason that there were 2 rival tab organizations.
And they West Side Storied it? Like,
Yeah, and it was so devastating to the hobby that no one could rely on they couldn't rely on the pricing signals of the market anymore.
quality of the product could not be maintained or be consistent.
Oh, no, exactly.
Too much infighting.
Too much infighting, and then it's like
The market just
they're
bottomed
well,
out.
no, exactly, and they're bombing rival tab printers. You know what I mean? It's just like they got the whole supply.
Sorry, chat. This is gonna be the next hour.
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying like
We did an hour on vampires. Like, what, you know, what,
I'm saying that there could be a couple different reasons.
Looney
Right?
says Kostra Tabsta.
yeah.
Nerd. but the way that it could work is that obviously we're getting. I'd already had an entreaty from a mysterious person in the street about
Who you believe could either be Dr. Leonard. Oh, where's it? Dr. Leonard. I don't have the names.
the name.
What do
here.
What do we call
Chemin?
No, it was.
I got you. Well, there's two.
There's
right?
two.
There's my character, which is the Bourbon Mech.
The Bourbon Mech. That was it. And Dr. Leonard something.
Don't worry, I got it.
Spicoli.
Tabs on tabs.
Yeah.
I got a lot of lore in here. Dr. Leonard Martin. That's
Dr.
mine.
Leonard Martin. That
It's
was
because
it.
there's nothing there.
Yeah. And
But it could have been.
Stavern
right?
thought it could have been one of these characters.
Well, yeah, especially if I'd ever heard an episode,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it could be a situation where it's like that was just a feeler. That was just a test from the actual organization. Well, yeah, because I mean, if there really was a local one that was powerful, they would almost certainly be hooked into all this. They would have established all these things already. And so it's frankly, Stavern Othra is a disruptor. I mean, that's all I'm going to say.
Right, but what does that disruption? What does that disruption spark?
Yes, exactly.
Solaris is burning.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
But Chambers looks at you. He's like, "So what do you need to know, kid? What do you?
Well,
I mean, what do you?
I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up recently, but battle mechs are very large.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I gotta get them from here to there.
Well, it's not like it's that far. It's only maybe 6 miles away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know how Solaris is built?
Well, no. I mean, I didn't look at the.
Well,
I didn't look at the map. It's like somebody saying, "Hey, there's this great place, and it's going to be great to go there." I just assumed it was going to be a pain in the ass.
Okay, kid. Here's how we're going to look at this. Think about it as concentric rings going out from Solaris City. You have Solaris, you have Zalara, and then you have a little bit of space between, and then it's Bergton. All right?
I see.
That's all you got to know. Easy to get to.
I'm in.
But I got to tell you, there's a lot of things you can do in Zalara, a lot of places you can visit. You might as well start knowing about this stuff now.
Listen, I'm ready.
Okay, what do you want to know?
You're saying there's a lot of places I can visit. Please list them all alphabetically.
Kid?
In reverse order.
Whoa. Whoa, easy.
Well, no, I say, listen. Let's just start here. What do I need to be on the lookout for to keep the kid in one piece?
Okay, first of all, remember, Zalara was an old industrial complex.
Oh, I see.
Parts of it got blown up by
Repurposed,
the Merrick nuclear hits. All right. So we've got Amberton. Got real creative with this name because it's the red light district.
Yeah. Red light district. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad that you warned me about this.
You got the Kigo Harborton. That's
A lot of tons here.
tons. The 80s were a weird spot.
How do you spell that?
It's probably Harbor.
Keego Harborton. It's kind of the lower side of town, lower side of the tracks. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean harbors have they have a reputation.
Yep.
Let's just say it.
You got the Northern Heights. This is where the arenas were. The Heights actually got destroyed in those nuclear attacks. Got rebuilt, higher standard of living, but obviously because of all the tourism and you know everybody going to the arenas. But what I would recommend staying away from is the zones. This took the most brutal hits.
The zones?
Yeah, it's called
They're
the
called the
zones.
zones. Did they blow the name off the place?
Pretty much. It is, I would say it's lawless at worst, hospitable at best.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the only way. I mean, I'm worried that. I'm worried that Roshan is going to come into contact with a woman of the night.
Maybe he needs it.
I don't know. I'm not sure it would go well. That's just my guess, coming in, just as an independent observer.
Yeah.
I feel like there would be some confusing parts of it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you want to listen. If you want to kind of get a little foothold in the place, try the Den of the Dispossessed, otherwise known as the Den.
Gotcha. I mean, it doesn't. I have to be honest with you. At first blush, it doesn't sound great.
It's not great.
But you're saying it's the entry level. And can I secure? Can I secure licensing in pretty much any of these places?
Oh, sure. I mean, but you can get them from the arenas themselves, the Hartford Gardens. You can probably. I don't know if that's probably the easiest spot to get it. But there's a couple mech techs there you might want to talk to.
And this is Den of the Dispossessed?
No, this is
Hartford
just in
Gardens?
general.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna need a local
around. So you've got Matani's,
right.
family-owned spot. All of these are pretty much have been around for many years. Matani's, who is now run by Matani, whose father was Matani, whose father's father was Matani.
Okay, so it goes back.
You've got O'Neill's. It was originally started by Andrea O'Neill, now run by her granddaughter, April.
It was the 80s, huh?
No, I just made that. I threw that in for you.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
How could you not at that point?
You have to. You have no choice.
Then there's Shatner Scrap and Collectibles. This guy's got his prices are a little bit high.
What his voice sounds like.
I think I know.
But you'll be able to find what you want there.
Yeah. I'd much rather have a... Well, given the amount of bills that Stavron has had to pay related to these battle mechs, he's starting to wonder if he's in the wrong line of work.
Are we talking about gambling again?
Yes. I think that I could become a true craftsman. No, is this crazy? I think we need to get a space. We can work with Fiona Nash to get our initial outlay and equipment.
Well, yeah, she also said after the terms of the battle was she was going to give you new research. Equipment.
Exactly. We should actually have a shop. This is like the first good idea I've had, right? That's where all of everyone's money goes. I want you to put in your notebook that on this day, Jerry came up with an actually good idea.
I'm gonna have to write a whole rule section for mercantilism.
I just like how we just completely disregard a brewing war so that Stavron can open a shop on Solaris and never leave.
Seems good to me. You're mercenaries. You're not tied to anybody.
No, I think this is ZZ's arc.
And if you don't think that's going to come back, oh boy.
No, I think we need to, because we need to start. If it doesn't, the mechanism doesn't actually function at all. The dollars don't make sense unless you have some system. And we have our deal with Kramer's. So if it really is that close, I think we start. I think that before we really get underway, I think that we have ZZ. I think that we have Z. We get a cheap space, and we have ZZ a hangar, and we have her run a repair shop.
So how does that work with our current sponsorship?
Well, I think for Kramer's, I think the best way to do it is that we're essentially, because we had talked to him about this before. I'm like, do you have a place in Solara? And he didn't have one yet. So, I mean, it could be Kramer's Parts branded, or it could be some kind of an affiliation program. I mean, that specific part, because we can't be taking all of our stuff back over to Kramer's every time. I mean, I can understand how it would save money, but I think that what we should actually do is get a new place set up out here, and then the back ends of the businesses have a good B2B relationship. Right?
Just end to end.
End to end. And then if we can get our initial parts, initial outlay, we can take on extra job, because they're wall to wall in there. We can be doing extra work here. We can defray the costs of repair. I think this is the best.
You lost me. We got to go back to the gambling.
No, we got to go back. There's got to be a way to lose money faster.
Yeah.
To me,
We got to run the ship lean.
To me, this seems like a good. This seems like a good beachhead to establish there, because we're gonna need the warehouse. We're gonna need a hangar,
A stable.
Yeah, exactly. We need the stable there, and then what better marketing to say, hey, well, you've heard about the rise of Rashawn Cole. Well, this is the stable he's chosen. This is the mechanics. Wouldn't you want to go? And it's like we can show clips. We can show clips from the
All the game.
blood asp
Yeah.
getting just shredded, and it's like, and then we just run it in reverse.
Yeah. I think we have to do a actuarial table, or a table of a cash flow table for Stavern at this point, because there's so much going out and so much coming in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that getting something, because like I say, we need a base of operations there. It's like if you have the gas station and then you also have like the taco truck.
And Chamber is just like looking at you, watching you have this conversation with yourself, essentially.
Yeah. I haven't said anything for a long time.
You okay, kid?
I'm just.
Is this like a situation where I drive better when I'm drunk?
Yeah. I mean, luckily, all I've had to drink is Worcestershire sauce
and a couple eggs.
coffee, and don't forget the bay leaf.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just watching the ceiling fan.
Yeah. Chamber, and you just slowly it comes into your.
Voodoo's got a good name.
What do you got? Jiffy Rube.
No, ZZM Co.
ZZM Co.
Yeah.
Jiffy Rube.
I know what generation Voodoo lose from.
Yeah, exactly.
But you just hear like this faint, hey, kid.
Yeah.
Hey, kid. It's just slowly getting louder while your dreams are.
Yeah.
Of
So,
mercantilism are
but
fading.
on my way back
Yeah.
to reality, I just start to nod very slowly, and then it achieves the regular speed of a nod, and I'm like, yes, Chamber?
You okay there?
Now,
The hell happened?
I traveled briefly into the future, and now I've come back with great riches.
Really? So you're buying the next round? I don't see any. Okay.
Yeah, listen, I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, yeah, I think you've probably earned a beer. I think that you've probably earned one beer of my choosing.
Just not the egg thing. I don't need basil.
Oh, well, bay leaf.
Whatever.
Jesus Christ, old man.
Same thing.
It's not, I did right in the middle. It's not the same thing. I'll head back up to Jed.
People have never seen an herb.
Yeah, but they don't know what a plant is. So yeah, but now this is like the actual first drink of the night. So I'll grab two, bring them back, set them down, and yeah, I mean, I'm just in my mind, I'm just sort of unfolding this thing. There's gonna be hangars and warehouses out here. I mean, I might have to get in a place I don't like. But I think that I know some robots that can operate the security.
All right. Sounds interesting.
Right?
I could probably put you in touch with some people.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think this is, I mean, I'm thinking about where I spend all my money. Other people are spending that money too, it's just that I'm not getting any of it. That's the problem.
Yeah, sure. Jesus. At that same moment, the door slides open again, and you hear the ring.
Deceiver.
Kind of, but in walks Laser Von Beam,
Laser Von Beam?
and he just stepping closer to your table. And behind him, you see just a skinnier, shorter, frail man, kind of jumping over his shoulders, like yeah, Laser, and he just kind of jumps.
Okay, well, they've caught me at the wrong time for this.
Yeah. And Laser walks up to you. So, word on the street is you're going to Zalara.
I'm gonna start drinking.
Yeah, Zalara, you don't go there.
I'm gonna
Jumps
start.
around
I'm
the
gonna start drinking after when he's ready for the answer. I'm gonna start drinking the glass, and then I'm gonna finish the entire glass, and then set it back down.
Before we even get into that conversation, where's Valkyrie Rain? I heard she's been
Valkyrie Rain?
spending her time down here.
Is it a wrestler? Like,
You know exactly who that is.
do I?
Do you have her around? Have you seen her?
I look over to Chamber Boggs and just mouth the words Valkyrie Rain.
And he's like, Tiamat, five heads, three
Oh,
Tiamat.
no! As soon as I see him sort of indicate
Yeah.
that it's one of the 5 heads, I say, no. I guess I'm not sure what you've heard.
She has been in the cabin before.
Yeah, we saw her once,
Saw her
right?
once, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it's very Stavern to not remember.
Okay.
There's so many people in the chamber. I've been to the cabin so many times. Most nights. And I say, like, from Tiamat?
Yeah, from Tiamat. Yeah, from Tiamat!
Under the arm?
Yeah.
He's like that fucking little bird thing that hangs around with Jabba.
And you just hear, Rip, shut up.
Little beak.
You just see Laser on just knock him back.
What is that? Look around.
I'm Rip!
Rip what?
Rip Tide!
Oh,
Yeah!
Oh, God.
Yeah!
Christ.
Tiamat, baby!
Oh, boy. All right. Okay. Okay.
And he just, Laser just keeps knocking him back.
He's just trying to suppress him.
Laser with a Z, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah. Okay,
It
good.
has to be Laser Von Beam. Yeah, I say, well, I just found out who that was. I can assure you that we're not spending any time.
Well, we haven't seen her and we need to find her. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Well, I
All
think
right.
it's one of those.
Well, sure. Whatever you want. Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah. So,
I've already made the connection, but where Sean
Yeah.
doesn't know.
listen, don't come to Zalera. That's our turf. All right? You're not going to make it there a day, let alone get into the
Well,
arenas.
hold on. Is it because in my mind I'm thinking that Zalera is like the next rung.
Right, not the top of the top.
Exactly, but there might not be enough games for them to, like, or it simply could be their sphere of influence. Bergton we were able to get away with, but Zalara is the actual feeder league, is my guess. Making the transition from here to there, I think, is probably not.
And Chamberlain's
That
over to
common.
you. He's like, you really want to pull his chain? Really want to pull his chain?
Yeah, I said that's.
Hey, make
love
fun
it.
of him about Dirk leaving Tiamat.
Oh. I say, well, my understanding. Have you ever seen the? Have you ever stayed in the Dirk Jester suite over at the over at Avery's?
Yeah, what about it? Dirk's like family. I don't know what you're talking about. Great guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not. I mean, he's a great guy, but
Don't make fun of Dirk!
he's a great guy, but it sounds like maybe he didn't have the same opinion of Tiamat.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying that he was part of Tiamat. And then,
He's still part of Tiamat.
Then now he's not a part of Tiamat.
No, he's still part of Tiamat.
Oh, is he?
He is still, yeah. Totally part of Tiamat.
Is that true? Okay. Well, I guess. Listen, I heard different. I heard about some.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard about some tensions, obviously in there.
What do you mean
Some
tensions?
jealousy.
What do you mean tensions?
Well,
what do you
I
mean
mean, just
jealousy?
some jealousy.
What are you talking about jealousy? There's
I'm
no
not-
jealousy.
Other people are telling me about jealousy.
There's no jealousy.
They're telling me.
You got your facts wrong.
Well, listen. All I'm saying is, I hope you find your.
Don't you say anything. Don't you say anything about Tiamat.
I hope you find your Mechwarrior.
Don't you come. You're not coming to this later.
I'm
and
saying
don't you
sometimes
say anything
they get-
about Dirk Jester
Well, they
ever
get
again.
lost in
He's
the-
part of our.
They get lost in the dryer. I don't know. Check the couch cushions. See if you can find your Mechwarrior.
He just flips. He flips a chair up and pulls a pistol on you.
Jesus.
Don't come to Zalera.
Jesus. Okay, well, I'm like, okay, I won't. Jeez.
Everyone at the table,
Yeah, chips.
everyone at the table around Rashawn stands up.
Oh, yeah. This isn't the first time these assholes have come in here and started shit. It isn't the first time.
Jed from behind the bar basically grabs a howitzer. And just
some old school.
Basically sawed-off shotgun, and just says, "Get out of my bar, right now."
Yeah. I said, well, you've convinced me. You'll never see me in Zalara.
And he's not even paying attention to you right now. He's never seen that from. He's just looking at Jed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we've had big fights in here, and Jed didn't take notice of the howitzer.
And you just see Laser just put his pistol in the air and slowly back up, and Riptide is backing up in sync with him. It's like, still don't come. I don't care. And Laser's just jabbing him again, and he literally jabs him right out the door.
I turned to the chamber and I'm like, what the hell was all that? What do they own the place?
Beat the shit out of him. They always act like they do. And Jason's like, yeah, we're getting sick of it.
Oh, well, I love this narrative arc for me. Yeah, but all the more reason to try to have our own equipment and repair
Present.
schema, right? What?
All more reason to have a larger presence in Zalara.
Well, yeah, and an obvious, like a really clear, obvious presence. When they act against it, you know what I mean? It all has to further our narrative. Because eventually we're going to start dropping the real Dirk Jester bombs that are, we have to earn a little bit here in Zalara. But eventually we're going to come around to the real old hollows. These clips are going to go up, and it's going to be the second coming. Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get what you're putting.
Yeah. But no, we have to, like, our presence there has to be blindingly obvious. Right? We have to have it.
A footprint.
It has to be gigantic and clear so that if anything happens to it, it's obvious who did it, basically. Right? And we essentially have to set up a billboard and then live inside of it.
Because that's all we're going to afford.
Yeah.
With all your gambling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With my, I got the disease. I've got the dice disease.
No, you still got that mild Flubber's addiction.
Can you? Oh, that's right. Oh, I was talking to that guy about Flubers. Hopefully they got those in Solara.
Yeah. You're on a space drug called Flubers.
Was I there for that episode? What?
No, you
I was
told
screwing
Logan
around
that.
with this.
Yeah.
Well,
Because Logan was asking about the payments, and you're like, man,
no, I'm hooked.
I'm hooked on this space drug called Flubers.
Fuck.
I sometimes Stavern says things. But yeah, I mean, I've seen enough of this. I don't need any more of this. I'm actually waiting for now. I think I'm going to leave the kid to it, and his battle brothers are all here with him. Mm-hmm. If anything starts, they're going to finish it fast.
Yeah.
Or Jed is going to ventilate them.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
For me, I'm actually. I need to head back out to the Calypso, which is probably because that's probably where Uncle Logan is going to land, or is going to land a sub vessel, because they're going to be in orbit. It sounded like soon, so I should probably head back that way, just so I'm ready to receive guests.
Yeah. Yeah, you can easily get back to the Calypso.
Yeah. The
bay doors open.
Exactly. I'm just going to let Rashawn know.
How are you gonna make the shanty town presentable?
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be a shock. It's going to be a shock, but I mean, the truth is that he may have extra.
Just mismatched corrugated steel.
Yeah, 3D printed scaffolds. It's a dark tiding. Anyway, that's my plan. My plan is to head back.
Okay.
Make
So
sure
was a party supposed to happen or
well,
something?
no, I mean, you guys are engaged in the party, and it's on my way out.
But the cabin's still empty, right?
It's still empty.
Okay.
That was your final lesson that the jocks wanted to teach you.
Got it.
That it's just you and your squad.
Yeah. Oh, and Laser Von Beam.
And Laser Von Beam.
It's like it's
armed laser phone.
Well, no, exactly. It's like it's like you leave a plate for Jesus type situation. You always have to leave space for Laser Von Beam.
Yeah.
And his homunculus,
Riptide!
riptide. No. I put a hand on your shoulder. I say these guys will take care of you. It's the Calypso and the Odysseus. So the Odysseus is in orbit. Logan's going to be coming down here soon. I'm gonna go home and make the ship as presentable as possible. I'll try to put some new tarps.
Because Rashawn is a member of Black Remnant, he starts to get up.
I say,
okay.
Not tonight. Not tonight. This is where you should be. This is where you should be tonight. And I pat Franz on the shoulder and I say, boys, take care of him.
Oh, we will get him. He will be fine.
Yeah.
And he may not be walking, but he will be fine.
No.
It's
And
no big deal.
I go back over to Jed and I reiterate. I'm going to leave a few of my bay leaves with him. I reiterate the recipe for the reactor core.
Fine. Thanks for the basil. I appreciate it.
No,
whatever.
wrong.
It's great.
Incorrect. Different plant. But
Sure.
I just want to make sure that he understands the containment protocol.
Oh, we got it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I got out of there with only one drink. Like that's the same as no drinks for Stavern. It doesn't even start there. Yeah. So I head out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you easily make it back to the Calypso. The bay doors open for you. I shouldn't say they open. They're always open at this point.
Yeah.
As you're leaving the cabin.
They're permanently open.
As you're leaving the cabin,
Yeah.
you hear from a table discussion about Zolara.
Oh yeah.
What the leagues are like, what the arenas are like. Things to, they're talking about how they need to prepare for
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because a couple of them, and they've heard stuff.
Yeah, they've a lot of this, especially Jace
Yeah.
and Franklin and Franz.
Well, yeah.
This is where they're at.
Well,
so
no.
they all know.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Rashawn knows a little bit just because this is his thing.
Oh yeah.
But some of them have fought in Zolara.
Exactly. And they're going to have their own.
Yeah.
They're going to have their own complicated relationships with Zolara.
Yeah, so that's the discussion around the table as you leave.
Yeah. But I can sort of see like in the warm, since it's evening now, like just inside the warm window light, like the king of the mountain comes up, and Franz is like trying to show like visually, like trying to say, no, it's like this, and then Jace just reaches over his hand, just shakes. No,
but you're like
that's too big. This is more what it is actually like.
But you're seeing also through the window Roshan connecting with people.
No, it's catalyzed
in a way that you've never seen.
No,
before.
exactly. That match is the start of the career. It's really, really cool. But yeah, I'm not even.
Cats in the cradle.
Yeah. And yes, I've done this walk a million times. I head back out to the wreckage.
It's like halfway to Zalara.
Hop in. Yeah, exactly.
pretty much. Yeah.
Exactly. Just keep going. Yeah. I should not stop.
But you arrive again at the Calypso. You walk in and you see the nanobots are kind of taking a break right now.
Well,
They're
yeah.
all
I mean,
huddled around
I worked them pretty hard.
Yeah.
They had to go pretty hard overnight.
But
so.
you don't see Zigzag at all, and there's no sign of burnout in the main bay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here I'm just going to head up to the cockpit so that I can lock into the Odysseus and see if they're close.
Okay. And as you're heading up, you just hear coming from Burnout's room.
This isn't the actual face that Stavrin has. I just plug my ears. Like I don't want to engage with that at all. It's like I pretended at curiosity previously. Now it is the idea that he would be a whole human being is beyond revolting.
He would what?
No, that he would be an entire human being that has a regular human being's drive isn't just an ersatz father figure. I'm not interested in this at all. It's like
just a walking
no, I'm the
cigar.
dog that finally caught the car. Now I don't know what to do.
It's like you've seen your dad after he shaved his beard for the first time.
Dude. Do we all have that memory?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was horrifying.
Yeah.
I started to cry. I
It's like
just
you
started
don't
to
know who
bawl.
this person is.
Yeah, I'm like, why is he? He seems very familiar with my mom.
It's a Santa baby situation.
Yeah, dude. For me. Anyway, yuck. Yeah, I don't want any of that. I go all the way up, and then once I get to the helm, I just use my elbow to.
Yeah, but as you're walking, with doing this, his bay doors slide open. And he just reaches out with the hammer. He's like, "What's going on, kid?" And he kind of just goes back into. As you keep walking.
No, he shouldn't even say anything. He should, because my ears are plugged. I can't hear it anyway, right? He should come out and just have the hammer, just like that's the whole scene.
Yeah.
And he goes back in. I'm still in hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna pop over, just use my elbow to activate the door, get inside. Then and only then do the fingers come out of the ears.
Okay.
Safety at last. So I'm just gonna pull up their transponder, see if they're getting close.
They have just arrived in orbit.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put the headset on then. And say this is Stavrin Otho.
Yeah. Where are you, kid?
Contacting. Well,
Good to see you.
I mean, I'll
Long time no here. Haven't gotten any funding.
Yeah.
Nothing's been coming our way. Well,
Listen,
come on, what's going
listen,
on?
a lot of us haven't been getting funding. It's hard times all over. Now, but I'm going to give him I'll just turn the ping on so that he knows where to land. I say, no, the Calypso is going to look a little bit different maybe than you remember it.
What do you mean? Like you upgraded it? That's great. Good job.
Well, I mean,
If that's where the money's been going,
We're
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Upgrade
we're in
our weapons. Come
We're
on.
in the process of upgrading, I'd say.
Good. Okay, so yes, I get it.
Recently there was a significant downgrade.
What?
And so the upgrade is really just sort of bringing it back to the original level, if you think about it.
What do you mean downgrade?
Well, okay, so listen, I know that this is going to be like name checking like the boogeyman or something, but I want to assure you 100% that, sometimes people say, hey, a dog ate my homework, right? And,
No, nobody says that. What?
Well, some do.
What's a dog?
Yeah, what's homework? I'm just going to say that it's going to sound crazy. It's going to sound made up. But we did have a run-in with the bounty hunter, and no, really though, like
Excuse me, what?
we actually had a real run-in with the real bounty hunter,
Okay.
and
You
they
would care to explain that one?
well, I mean,
What the hell did you do to deserve that?
well, it wasn't me this time. If you can believe it or not, listen, I can understand why. I can understand why you might be willing to blame me for this, and I think that it's completely reasonable, and I've earned that. But what I will say is that I think Burnout is some kind of war criminal.
Kid, okay, first of all, you're never going to be a leader if you blame your problems on your crew. All right?
But
What are you doing? Especially Burnout. Come
the
on.
external camera is just like, it just shows this like Stavron just like really talking with his hands, like he's just talking to Logan. He's just showing. It's like, no, I mean it. This is actually true. Burnout has a story that maybe Dad and Mom might have known all of it. I assume that you're privy to some of this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, somebody put some money on Burnout.
No, that's not possible.
It's quite possible.
No, there's no way anybody would know that
Listen,
he's still around.
If you come down, I'll show you the cool plate that we got off of the bounty hunter's mech. I didn't just make this up. It's a real plate. You can come
There's
see
also
it.
a missing finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm coming down now. I need to see what the hell you did to the...
What the
the
bounty hunter
Calypso?
did. But yes.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just as a spoiler, eventually it's going to be all the stuff that I just said. So you can save yourself time if you want to.
You've been talking to nothing. It's been radio silence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm still in the window.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out and just look up. Yeah, I'll hang my comm headset back up.
That's where we'll end.
Okay, cool. I'm loving it.
Logan will come down next time.
Yeah. He's gonna send me to my room on the Calypso. Oh yeah. And also he's gonna be like, hey, I gave you a super awesome mech. Where's the cool mech I gave you? And I'm gonna be like, okay, so we fought the bounty hunter, but when we were fighting the bounty hunter, my mom stole the other mech. I realize now that it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound trustworthy
Not at all.
in the classic sense.
MLG, if you're still there, welcome to the chat.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
too funny.
we want absolutely everybody in the mix. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us here on the Calypso. Of course, if you are a first-time viewer, you can go on the Penny Arcade TV YouTube. There is a big old Black Remnant playlist. We've been at it for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. And like I say, it's just a combination of the Battletech role-playing system, Mechwarrior Destiny, and the Alpha Strike streamlined combat rules. There's rules inside these books to combine them, and we have managed to have a lot of fun. Now occasionally we do go on tangents. For example, it might take us as many as 20 minutes to unsubscribe from a new kind of spam in the inner sphere.
Yeah.
Sometimes we pretend that a character is a vampire.
But
and it
thanks
takes
to
a half an hour.
Thanks to the Destiny chip system,
It's never been easier.
It's never been easy.
everyone gets a shot at the
Yes, everybody
game
can
master
take
table.
Everybody can take the tiller and make cool things happen, and you will.
And most often make bad things happen
Well,
for
yeah.
themselves.
No, generally speaking, what we use the chips for is to make the game is to go hard mode for our own selves. I mean, I did that at the very first game. I screwed up the contract with Logan. Anyway, Logan is a character in Black Remnant. But anyway, it was great to see everybody. An absolute pleasure. Oh yes, I was just going to say, Tyler, exactly right. Yeah, so Tyler grabbed there is a Black Remnant force pack that has
an official
Battletech force pack, and it has a ton of fan favorite mechs. We were able to work with Catalyst to get a really tasty roster out there for you, including the mech that my mother stole from me. But hey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for rolling through, and we'll see you next Tuesday.